Hey guys, Cam for 15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I am back with another episode review of Takamine, or Please Put Them On Takamine-san. Um, well, it seems like my prediction was 100% true. Takamine deep down is in love with Shirota-kun, and it makes it ever more known that she is in love with him because clearly she's been watching this dude the entire time. And with the fact that we get the reveal that when they were kids, she confessed her feelings to him. Let's talk about it, bro. Now, one thing to bring up, if you did watch episode 5, because this episode was another delayed episode, I wonder if they're just delaying, they're having this episode and then they're delaying it the next week, and then we come back and they're giving us 2 episodes. I don't know. So I think, because this is what happened last week. We got a delayed episode, so we got the episode delayed 2 weeks ago, and we got 2 episodes in 1 week. We got episode 3 and 4. So I wonder if tomorrow we're gonna get episode 6. So what, back-to-back episodes? I don't know. Maybe they're just gonna do. Maybe this is the thing. They're doing double drops now, where 1 week, we're just gonna go on a week break, but then the next week, you're gonna get 2 episodes for the price of one. I don't know. Why they're doing this, I have no idea. I don't know if this means there's production issues behind the scenes, but okay, all right. We'll see. I don't know why they're doing this, is because this is the second time they've done this. They've delayed an episode. Now maybe they delayed it because of censorship reasons. I don't know. But again, like I was saying, if you watch episode 5 on the actual Crunchyroll website, it is the censored version where they're censoring basically her private part areas, right? And they just have a big Shirota head right there. But I don't see why they're doing that when she's literally wearing underwear in that region, but they're censoring it. So if you do not like the censors in your way in terms of the Crunchyroll stuff, you can just go on the internet and you can go pirate the show and go find the uncensored version of this. I personally just went and found the uncensored version and pirated off the website because as much as I do like the show, I'm not gonna watch the censored version. I'm gonna watch the uncensored, uncut version and get the full experience because why not? Now again, why you know either Crunchyroll's being sent the censored version, I have no idea unless Crunchyroll's like telling the studio like, hey, give us the censored version. I don't know why, because it makes no sense how in episode 1 and 2 your shit was uncensored to the brim, and now as of late you guys are just doing the censored version. Now why they can't have it to where one tab in the show tab has censored and uncensored, I don't know why you just can't have 2 different versions of the show on in the tab, but we will see. But regardless, exams and tests are coming up for Shirota, and he's being very worried about what to do because we know he's not the best like student, right? And basically, it just happened to where Takumi is like, well, guess what? I can help you, and you just have to be known as my dog now. And she's like, just remember to say woof woof. And I'm just like, I don't know, bro. This girl is crazy. Yet we're in the same burnt vein. We find out like she's loved this dude since she's been in love with this dude since they were freaking kids in elementary school. I don't know what, maybe this is her exact way of, because she doesn't know how to express love, maybe this is her exact way of maybe getting back at him for rejecting her at first. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think now Shirita's more conscious now, and I feel like if she were just to come out and just say, "Hey, I love you," I think he'd honestly be okay with it. And it's just like, okay, I'm willing to go out with you. But regardless, that's the thing. So throughout the first half of the episode, like, you just have it to where you get these moments where clearly you would think oh, this is gonna be the moment she takes off her panties. She's gonna rewind time and she's gonna do and reset. And that's what Shirata's expecting, right? No, she doesn't do it. She actually doesn't do it, right? You know, there was a time where the teacher accidentally bumps into her while she's writing on the chalkboard, like this answer, and that's when Shirota links like, oh, she's gonna freaking do it. Nope, she doesn't do it. She had her hands in her underwear, is about to take it off, but then she's like, no, and then she still gets complimented, right? Or one of her friends is like, hey, you know, my boyfriend was very appreciative of getting the watch, like he recommended, told me to get him, right? And basically, she's like, but then again, you know, he did see that this newest, the newest model came out, right? And it looked like she was going to take her underwears off to be like, basically rewind far back in time to tell her like, hey, get this new model. It's going to come out soon, right? Um, but she doesn't do that. She's like, well, as long as he didn't use it, he can turn it in and he can get the new model. She's like, oh, really? Wow. And Shirita's just like, the hell is going on with her? Why is she not rewinding time whatsoever, right? Um, so then it gets to the point where he clearly sees her, like, I don't know, maybe this is an effect. If she doesn't use her ability at least one time, maybe she gets, I don't know, she gets exhausted or physically like weak, if she doesn't do it. And basically you just have this conversation with her. It's like, I'm worried about you because I think you just need to take him off so you can feel better. I'm worried about you. You know, it seems like you're sick or something. And she's like, no, I'm fine. I don't want to do it, you know. And she obviously didn't. And the reason why she didn't um do or take off her underwear is to reset time. She wanted Shirota to basically not have to redo his exam again and potentially mess up. And Shirta's like, I don't care. I've already done it before. I'm okay with doing it again. You know, just reset the time, please. And she's like, well, okay, fine. Well, if you're so like basically stuck on resetting time, well, you need to take it off yourself. So that's what he does. He takes off her underwear himself, and we see that not much time has actually reset. She reset it just that, you know, she reset it basically just a few, like maybe 2 or 3 minutes ago. And it's because, again, she didn't want, you know, Shirota to retake the exam that he was supposed to take. And this shows me like, okay, she desperately does care about him, and she actually wants him to do good because deep down she has feelings for him, and she wants to see him happy, because she obviously likes him. Like, you know, starting, I still can't, I see, and the worst part is, it's crazy when you find out like she's been in love with him since they were kids. I'm like, then why did you do the shit where you damn near blackmailed him? Otherwise, he's gonna get taken to the cops to do that. That would lead me to believe like she doesn't probably know how to express her feelings confidently enough. So her teasing him is her way of like saying, like, come on, dude, take a hint that I like you. Come on, I'm really teasing you here. I could have taken you to jail and basically traumatizing him, right? So that's the thing. Anyways, she says, all right, come on, I'm gonna help you study over summer break for your stuff, right? So basically, this is when she starts resetting time over and over and over and over and over again, because she keeps getting the wrong answers. And she's like, I'm gonna keep resetting the shit until you do it right, please. So please do it right. And eventually she's like, well, you know what? I'm actually gonna go out and I'm gonna go get my cat, right? And he's like, cat? You have a cat? He's like, I like cats. And she's like, well, my cat don't want to see you, yeah. But eventually, the cat does scratch, right? And essentially, the cat does want to see them. Also, in the meantime, you know, they're basically home alone together. Like, Takamine tells Shirota, like, yeah, my parents are not going to come back till like a day or two later, right? And when Shirota's like, oh, it's raining, well, that's fine, I can handle a little rain. He looks outside the door, it's pouring fucking hard. And she's like, well, I guess since it's pouring hard, I guess you're going to just have to stay the night. And he's like, stay the night? I'm like, Jesus, bro. Absolutely hilarious. So then that's when it leads to the kid. One, she's wearing like these cat ears and everything, and these cat things, and she's trying to give him a fucking hint, right? Just give him a hint, and sure, just like, what is she doing? Eventually, again, like I said, the cat shows up, and if you remember from the flashback, think about it. I think it was like last an episode. I forgot what episode it was. Episode um 4 or 3. I believe it was episode 4 or 3, one of the two, when it's revealed like clearly they found this black cat, and it's the same black cat that they basically took care of, right? Takamine is basically trying, while is trying to get Arata, I'm thinking of freaking Shinjui Family Children because I just got done reviewing that. Shirota, to basically pick up on him like, hey, I know you know this cat, and Shirata's like, oh man, this cat, and this cat is okay with Shirota because the cat knows Shirota. Like the cat isn't attacking him or whatever, or being mean to him, because the cat can remember more than likely the scent, and is like, oh yeah, hey, it's that one kid I remember. It's that one, and the cat's very nice, right? Because the cat remembers, like, oh, that's Shirota, just picking up off the scent. I would think like a cat could tell just the scent off of the same person. So you just have it to where Takamine's like, so tell me, let's talk. You know, clearly tell me, did you have any fun experiences back in elementary school? Any fun moments? Now, the thing is, she's trying to get him to say, oh yeah, I remember, finding this cat with this girl that I know, that I used to know and met, right? When I was a kid. And this dude's talking and spouting off on other shit, and you could tell she's getting pissed. She's like, I have no objection to hearing this shit. He brings up something else, and she's like, stop talking, please. And it's clear as day, she's trying to get him to be like, you don't remember what happened between you and me? And and she's clearly like shutting him down 100% of anything he brings up. And she's like, you know what, forget it, right? But but regardless, the power ends up shutting off, right? And so the power to her house shuts off because there's thunder and lightning, and it's clear Takamine is afraid of lightning. She's scared of lightning, right? And it's absolutely funny, right? Absolutely hilarious. So one, dude's like, it's getting kind of hot in here, and she's like, yeah, it's getting kind of hot, and she literally drinks the entire water bottle, right? Because she's pissed off at the fact like this dude cannot remember their past, right? And then he's thinking like, maybe I should probably go take a shower. She's like, okay, yeah, I'll go set that up for you. She ends up freaking coming back in the room, only she's basically butt ass naked in a bath towel, right? And she's like, well, we're all out of soap and shampoo, so you won't be able to use the shower. I think she's fucking bullshitting about that, personally, if you ask me, right? I think that time she's actually bullshitting, right? Because she came back like super quick, right? And it's freaking clear, like, dog, she's just pissed off, like she's paying him no mind. Eventually, like, he can't remember close enough, and she just is like, you know what, screw this, whatever. And she basically knocks out and she goes to bed, quote unquote knocks out, right? But then that's when Shirota basically remembers and says like, actually I do remember something. I remember finding this cat, and meeting up with this girl, and we took care of this cat when we were kids and everything. And this is when Takamine ends up waking up, right, again, or overhears this, right? Because she's like, he's remembering. And then basically, that's when Shirota's like, this girl, I really, got to know this girl, and I was and become friends with this girl. And basically, Takamine's like, so what happened with this girl? What happened? What happened? Have you still been looking for this girl or something? And Shirota's like, yeah, I've been still looking for this girl. And you get like in this like movie, screen thing type of thing, where Shirota's basically explaining it, and it's clear that Shirota basically says like the girl basically confessed to him and said that she liked him, liked him. And the thing is, Shirota says like, yeah, she confessed to me, right? And Takamine's getting very, happy, and he's like, yes, he's putting it two and two together and everything, right? And he's just like, I turned down, he's like, I just didn't understand what she meant by that, and I was overwhelmed. And he basically talked about like how, he never saw that girl again, how that girl never showed up at school, and the fact that the cat also, the cat was also gone, and he never saw the cat again. And he basically, and Shirta basically like, I just want to see that cat again, or see that girl again. And this one time it's like, and what would you do when you see this girl again? And she's thinking like he's gonna say like he's gonna say like he wants to see her again, to tell her, tell him her feelings, and saying like he likes her back, right? Shirota says something completely different, right? And this is when Tagamin's like, oh boy. And I'm just like, oh man. And see, and now at this point in the episode, I'm just like, Takamine, I'm like, woman, you just might as well just freaking tell him like, I'm that girl, right? It's kind of the same thing like with freaking My Hero Academia Vigilantes with Pop Step and Koichi. Like, I'm just waiting for Pop Step to finally just tell Koichi like, yeah, that guy you thought you saved, that was me, and I'm actually a girl, right? And that's what I'm like, bruh, they're gonna do this whole drag on shit where Takamine's not gonna tell Shirota until maybe the last second or something at some point, or maybe as the series would wrap up and she basically confesses her feelings, saying, or maybe she just confesses her feelings to Shirota, and that's what makes the light bulb go off, saying like, President, are you that girl that told me that you liked me all those years ago? And that's when she'll probably say, yes, that was me. So that's me. But this is then leads basically to the end of the episode, to where it's clear the Thunder is getting to Takamine, and because she's scared, and she basically like is her towel falls off, she jumps on him, and Shirota's like, President, what are you doing? You're like naked and everything. And she's like, I don't care. Do something about it. And he's like, I'm trying to do something. He's like, I can't do nothing about it. But it's clear like she just wanted to embrace him because, one, she's scared of the Thunder, and two, clearly she is in love with him, right? And you do see her smile a bit right then and there. So yeah, it's pretty much clear now that she 100% is in love with Shirota. Now, why she's been taking this approach, I have no idea. She's basically doing the teasing shit. She's doing the teasing shit, and she's, I guess, hoping that her teasing is going to be a dead giveaway to the fact that, for Shirota, like, hey, I like you, right? But I don't blame Shirota for not picking up on that, because he thinks he makes one wrong move, like, she's going to take him to fucking jail again. So, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know if she's eventually gonna confess or tell him like, I'm that girl who told you your feelings. We'll see. I don't even know. I don't know if the manga's still ongoing or if the manga's been concluded, but yeah, it's very much clear that Takamine is 100% in love with Shirota. And yeah, and eventually she'll just have to tell her feelings. But anyways, that's basically it. Another a solid episode of Please Put Them On, Takamine-san. I'm gonna be very interested to see where this is gonna go, because again, like I said, it's clear that Takamine is in love with Shirota. Is she going to do more of the teasing shit to try to make him pick up on the fact like, hey, I like you? Because honestly, at this point, I don't know where they could go with her shit outside of like, oh, she's putting him in these compromised situations and everything. Because typically you're gonna have these like type of reveals like in like the season finale shit, maybe go into the second season. But we're already like only 5 episodes in, and we're already getting revealed like, she's known Shirota from her past and everything. 'Cause she even mentions in the episode like, you do know like we've been in the same elementary school and shit like that, right? Um, and the worst part is the guy doesn't even pick up on that. So very much interested to see where we're going to go from this standpoint now, in terms of like, okay, it's clear she's in love with him. Is she gonna do shit to give him more hints through the teasing of like, hey, I like you, instead of just come out? And maybe at some point she will just say, you're a fucking idiot, I can't believe you can't remember me. And maybe this is maybe a thing where, eventually at some point she just gets fed up and she gets pissed off at him and she's like, I can't believe you don't remember who I am. And he's gonna be like, wait, what the hell are you talking about? And eventually he's gonna realize like, oh wait, you're the girl that I met. You're the girl with it makes sense. He just gotta put the pieces two and two together. Like, the cat was black, Takamine's cat is black. Like, eventually he's gonna pick up on this, but right now, Shirta's gonna be a dense protagonist probably for a bit. But I hope it's not too long, but we'll see. We will see. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Takamine content or any other anime content I upload to the channel. Until then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day or your night, which on this video. Until then, guys, peace.